This is Marc Silber. Welcome to Marc's Mini Video Tips. We're here in Northern California in Yosemite National Park, Tuolumne Meadows. We're going to be hiking a section of the John Muir Trail. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to talk about some of the tips along the way over the next 4 days, how to get great shots. The first tip is bring your camera. This is a big camera. This isn't a point and shoot. This is DSLR. It's heavy, it's cumbersome. I've got other stuff going along with it. But you're going to come away with great shots. So follow along with us. I'll give you some tips along the way. We'll take a look at some landscapes, portraiture, try to mix it up. Take care. What happens for me as I get out, I get more in tune with different interesting points of nature, you know, like a tree growing out of a rock, or some sort of interesting pattern, or the juxtaposition between a man-made object and natural, like with a bridge coming off, you know, the granite. I try to get a lot of those kinds of shots just because I find them interesting. But again, you're mixing up your shots with those kinds of landscapes and small details, with also just pictures of your friends and what's going on with the event so you remember it. It's just kind of a balance between the two all the way along. Okay, we're on the John Muir Trail. Now, backpacking, you got to carry everything with you, and that obviously includes your camera equipment. So I have, first of all, this cool camera bag. It will hold my camera securely. As you can see, it's got a lot of padding around it. Now, I'm only carrying one lens. This is an 18 to 70 millimeter lens. Sorry, Thomas Hawk, we're not carrying a lot of prime lenses around. But it does the trick. This does almost everything I could possibly need. I only am carrying one battery with it because obviously that's pretty heavy, but that's giving me many hours of shooting. You can stuff it back there so it's nicely packed. Lens paper, spare cards. So everything fits in there really well. You put your strap in here, zip it up. And what's cool about this, if it rains, it's got its own little umbrella that fits over it. And that's really everything you need to get a lot of great pictures. We're here in the Ansel Adams Wilderness, and it is the golden hours. Depending on who you talk to, depends on when they actually start, but it's about 5:30, 5:45. The sun is actually just about to set over this peak here, so we're going to catch the last of the light. There's just some amazing shadows and light that you can get at this time of the evening. And, you know, photographers love to shoot early in the morning, late in the afternoon. Wow, I'm getting an amazing shot of the sun coming over the peak here. Okay, we're continuing on the John Muir Trail. We're looking up at the Ritter Minarets here. Amazing mountain range there. Now, I'm going to copy Ansel Adams. He had that incredible picture below Mount Whitney with the boulders in the foreground and the mountains in the background, which is kind of a cool thing to do, and you don't have to feel bad about copying him. So I'm focusing really closely. I'm zooming in on that boulder, and you'll see this image. What this really is fitting into the concept of layering. So we have what's going on in the foreground is this boulder and the little tree behind it. And then, of course, way in the background, we have the minarets. And even a little bit closer, you can see it actually breaks into two different ranges in the trees. So we're really creating a layered picture here, which is kind of cool. There you go, folks. As you can see, we're at the beginning of the Ansel Adams Wilderness. A fitting place to talk about photography. So from up here we can see 360 degrees around the Mount Lyell over here, back into Lyell Canyon this way, and then over this direction we get an amazing view of Mammoth Mountain. Good place to take some photographs. We're here at Devil's Post Pile where I took this picture almost 40 years ago. Amazing geometric shapes here, formed out of basalt. Well, this is where we're going to be jumping off on this trip, partway along the John Muir Trail. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Check in later, we'll take you along a little bit further. Thanks for joining me on Marc Silber's mini video tips.